Nurse Joy.
That's a character from The Thing! Oh no!
Ever wonder how there are so many Nurse Joys in the Pokemon games? We've all been told that it's because they have a lot of sisters. But really, is it possible to have that many genetically identical siblings? Well, you never know, but still, they didn't want to let anyone know the real reason. It's far too unreal and out of character if anyone knew her secret, but I found out, I saw, and I can tell you. It all starts when you walk into the Pokemon Center. Sorry, I'm a little ahead of where you are in the game here. I'll try to...
It's okay. It'll be a while before I get to any Pokemon Center. I'm sure it'll mesh all together.
It all starts with Oak.
That's right, but after that, it all starts when you walk in the Pokemon Center.
Actually, can I say a quick something?
Please.
Here in the game...
Please.
Here in the game is actually a reference to Stand By Me, which, if I remember correctly, is Stephen King, so again, it all comes together. It's all spooky, it's all horrifying.
That could not have been a coincidence. But back to the story. It all starts when you walk in the Pokemon Center. You walk up to her and see her bright pink hair. You greet her, and she has this pretty voice that wasn't actually pretty to start with. You don't
hear anything. It's just dialogue, and her hair is grey, like everything is on a Game Boy.
Now her voice is pretty.
Okay.
Just saying. You greet her. You may or may not have a talk. It's like a choose your own adventure in that way, you know.
Yeah.
She takes your Pokemon, turns around, heals them, and then gives them back. That's the usual routine. Most likely she'll be all nice and caring through the whole process. Give or take the personality she has, because supposedly each one is unique in personality. What you don't know is that she installed a tracking device in your Pokeballs. I'm sorry. This is in your Pokeballs, because it has the accented E usually, right? So this is Pokeballs. I guess that's different.
That's worse.
I think it is. Of course it is. That's why I'd be reading. All right. All 6 of them in case one falls off. Why? Well, when you entered the building, she knew you'd be perfect. She knew you had the characteristics for the job. You know, I have the feeling this story started in a different direction. But anyway. Plus, you were still a new trainer. The less known, the better. Anyway, she keeps you tracked and alerts the other Nurse Joys you might encounter. That way, when you get to one of them, well, let's just say that so they can care for you. However, if one of the Nurse Joys sees a trainer they want and stays in the center to sleep overnight, their real fun begins. You are assigned...
Go on. I'm intrigued in the Nurse Joy conspiracy that's apparently taking place here.
It's happening. However, if one of the Nurse Joy... Oh, I said that part. You are assigned to a room. Most likely a room near the back of the Pokemon Center. Can I take your Pokemon to another room so they can be healed and rested? She may ask.
Spot on impression, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
She might.
She may ask that. Just be prepared for it. It's part survival guide, part story.
Just a quick thing, Slowbeef, why don't you share this creepypasta with Entrance Stew? Maybe he can voice act the characters.
That's a good point. I'm very sorry.
Boy.
Let me
yes.
do that right now.
Quickly Skype it to him.
I put it in the chat there. Do you see it, Mr. Entrance Jew?
Yes.
Let's take a look at the Kickstarter here. Still at 729 pounds. I don't know how quickly it updates or anything.
Just leave it. I mean, any little bit of donation is honestly, massively appreciated.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Where was I? What was I talking about? Okay. All right. Do you want to do the voice of Nurse Joy there? Can I take your Pokemon? entrance, Joe?
Can I take your Pokemon to another room so they can be healed and rested?
That is much better.
Good, thank you.
She may ask. Say no. Just say no. It's their way to isolate you.
All of your belongings can go in this drawer so you can lock it and keep your items safe while you sleep.
She says in her voice you know, but will soon not love. What? The Joys do this to keep you unarmed. Unarmed? Is there a lot of guns in Pokemon? Okay.
Apparently.
Resident Pokemon. Of course you trust these kind nurses, so all the items you had go in the drawer and she gives you the lock. The lock.
Good night. Please enjoy your rest.
She tries to comfort you, but if you look closely, you may notice the fake face she has, because almost always they are full of excitement before the procedure happens.
It's a sprite with 2 dots on it!
Can you guess the real reason now? If yes, well done. If not, keep reading. So this is like an exam.
If you did, just leave.
Yeah, you're good. It's fine. Whatever, you know. Still, please donate to the Kickstarter and all that, but you can do... You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see here. At about midnight. Here, that's a sentence now, I suppose. Usually, when it is all dark and no living thing is up and about, except for our lovely and sadistic nurse, it all begins. The door to your room gently opens. There is no squeak or creaking noise because she was smart enough to oil the door so no sound is made when it is opened. Thank you for that detail. She comes in with a gurney. You know those medical stretch things they use to carry injured people?
I've learned something today. I've learned something from this store.
Her face is not sweet anymore, but more devilish. She enjoys this ritual. She loves it. The rush, the adrenaline she gets, the red glow in her eyes. It's as if she's possessed by the devil himself. Although you're sound asleep, she doesn't take any chances, so she takes out a needle. No, it's not poison, silly. It's a liquid form of sleep powder. Is sleep powder a thing in Pokemon?
Yeah, it's the Pokemon
gotcha.
attack.
This is a liquid.
Ooh. Nearly died there.
In a very high dose. An ounce could keep you asleep for, say, 2 hours. The needle has... Maybe, give or take, you know. The needle has 10 ounces.
Oh, no.
That's a lot. That's a lot of liquid sleep powder. I don't know my chemistry very well, but that's at least 8 sleep powders.
That shit is OP, man.
She needs all the time she can get for the procedure to be successful. So you're not... For those of you just joining us, we are reading Nurse Joy, a scary Pokemon story. She needs all the time she can get for the procedure to be successful. So you're knocked out on a gurney, being pushed down the hall into a room that has been disguised as the nurse's only room. If you somehow manage to see what's inside, here's what you would see. Severed limbs and appendages of different sizes and jars. Only ones that didn't transform properly.
All of this done with, like, you know, these kind of sprites, of course.
There are also testicles.
Yeah.
Of course there are.
Yeah. That's actually in there, by the way. There are also testicles. Yeah. She cuts
them off.
Thank you for the detail.
She cuts them off. She drags the Mala's body underneath a saw tool that slices them off. She doesn't mind the bleeding. Actually, she collects through the drain and jars it. You know, for when she needs a drink. After all.
Oh, Nurse Joy drinks more blood. Ew.
After all the Joys need a constant supply of blood.
Well, yeah. Goes without saying.
That's how you synthesize the sleep powder, is the thing. Now the next part is her favorite. Joy takes a knife and slices it down from the base of your neck to your groin. She does this very gently because she enjoys it, and if you were to wake up, then you can suffer slowly. At this point, Joy's hair is not neat. It's maybe a detail that could have gone before the testicular castration. I mean, I'm not a writer, but...
Okay.
It's covered with blood. Her face is completely changed. Her pupils completely red and blood red, and her teeth have suddenly grown a bit, causing them to look like fangs. No, she is not a vampire.
You should have never let her handle your pokeballs.
Absolutely. This is really ridiculous. Well, no, she is not a vampire. Well, she could be, but that's not the point. Joy then has a smile that's a mix of a clown and a demon because she takes...
So she's not a vampire, she's a clown demon.
The smile,
Good.
the smile.
She's in the ICP.
She's a Mr. Mime. She's actually an undiscovered Pokemon.
Oh, goodness. Where was I? Joy then has a smile that's a mix of a clown and a demon because she takes out a bottle of serum with special DNA molecules in it. What the... Joy DNA molecules, to be exact. Alright. But before she...
Good.
But before she does anything with it, Joy takes out all of your organs. Except for a couple, like your heart and brain. She stitches your open incision, but it's not a decent job. After all, it won't matter. It's not a decent job. It's, not bad either, not terrible, A little bit sloppy from this Nurse Joy.
It's a decent job from this, demon, clown, nurse, Pokemon, ball, blood drinking.
Considering she's, probably drunk off ball blood, this is pretty good, but, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
They're happy little accidents is what it is.
She stitches your open incision, but it's not a decent job. After all, it won't matter. The serum needs to be directly poured on the brain for it to work. So naturally, Joy will take out a saw. A regular old saw, and slice your skull just enough for the brain to be showing. The serum is poured, and after a few minutes, your body is becoming more Joy-like. The heart and brains.
What? I already know where this is going, and it's retarded.
Maybe Joy-like means happy. Maybe.
Or maybe. We've been misunderstood.
Absolutely, yeah. This is actually a Valentine's Day story.
Aww.
The heart and brain are revived while new organs, Joy organs, grow in the empty cavity that is your body. All your cuts are healed. It is as if you had perfect skin. Ooh. The process is complete. You wake up the next day wanting to work at a Pokemon Center. I'm surprised that this has much more to go, but...
She's turning other people into Nurse Joy.
Oh, spoiler alert now, but no, you're right.
Well, yeah, come on. So much could be gathered from what I've heard so far.
The process is complete. You wake up the next day wanting to work at a Pokemon Center. Anywhere would do. But you also have a DNA molecule forcing you to look out for minor trainers that could be the next Joy. Of course, with this comes the ability to do what has been done to you. The thing is, you think you were born identical to the other Nurse Joys. But why go through the trouble of making people turn into Joys? Why not just clone? Well, I found out that the original Joy would like to someday rule the world with an army of Joys that will do anything because it's in their DNA to follow the original. But that's what cloning would do! Oh, wait, I'm sorry, there's an out in the next sentence. But cloning would attract too much attention. Well, but... the mutilating people part, maybe also, I mean, I'm not an expert here. Well, let's see here.
I would make a much better serial killer than Nurse Joy. That's what I've collected from this.
But cloning would
Oh boy.
attract too much attention. Plus the whole.
I have a lot of sisters that are identical.
Seems to have been a good story. There you have it. Now you know. Wonder how I know this? Well, who's always with Nurse Joy? Who's the one in the background helping her? It's me,
Oh, please.
Chansey!
Please be. No way! I knew it! Doesn't make it sound any less dumb.
Though I was told not ever to speak of this information, even though I am a Pokemon. So
How do we know what Chansey's saying? All it can say is its own name.
So my advice to you is to come to the Pokemon Center at your own risk. You never know. The thing about the real Nurse Joy is she likes to hunt around by herself. So when you're all alone sleeping or just relaxing, don't think you will be safe. I hear she has a nice demonic face to stare at you with. Oh, looks like she chose another victim. I think it's you.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
that's right.
By the end of the stream, we're all going to be Nurse Joys. It'll be great.
That is Chansey's voice, right? Like, Chansey! Or something. I think I remember that from the cartoon show.
Yeah,
It
Oh,
actually
good.
is.
maybe you.
You know, if that creepypasta wanted to be more accurate, you go onto it and it'd just be a page of the word Chansey printed over and over and over.
Pokemon can only type their own names.
Yeah.
I see.
so
Let me.
close.
I'll paste the evil picture from this, but it's nothing great. Nothing to write home about. Am I allowed to post your?
See, I want to go heal my Pokemon now, but I'm afraid to go to a Pokemon Center and meet a Nurse Joy. You've turned this into a challenge run inadvertently.